Hello, and welcome to Insights with Thomas Caldwell on August the 19th, 2021. Tom, many people don't know this about you, but I certainly do because it was a big secret mission that you and I were working on back in 2009. In 2009, you went to Afghanistan with the Canadian Armed Forces. And I know this week has been a little tough on you because of what has happened in Afghanistan.
Indeed, it's been very, very sad. We're going through a period now where everyone's making excuses and trying to cover their tail feathers. Our American cousins have a habit of blaming everybody else, and particularly the Allies. But one thing that really upsets me is the way they're blaming the Afghans. The Afghan army fought and died for over 20 years. I mean, they didn't come home after a 6-month tour. They had to fight. They were at risk. Their families were at risk 24 hours a day. And they were ferocious and aggressive fighters. But sooner or later, you lose your spirit. And the other thing I don't like is talking about the Afghan government. There were many really committed people. For example, the governor of Kandahar, who I met personally, was a tenured professor at the University of British Columbia. He went back to Afghanistan to take over as governor of Kandahar to build a better country. I don't know whether he survived. I don't know whether he's alive or his family's alive. I don't know. But he was a very competent leader, and many of them were. And yeah, listen, there's always corrupt people. There are in Washington and Ottawa as well. But there were some great people trying to build a better country. And it was failed. And there's going to be lots of analysis and lots of reasons and lots of finger pointing. But let's keep in mind that these people tried to build a better country and sacrificed terrifically to try to do it.
And so now we are in election mode once again. So let's talk about that. What are your thoughts?
Well, we do have a big decision to choose between frick and frack. They're very similar. I learned something the other day. I wasn't aware of this, that party campaigns, the campaigns or the schedules of things they want to do, their programs, are not made by the party. They have outside consultants do that, who listen to different pressure groups and interest groups. So in actual fact, we're not having leaderships. These guys develop a policy that they think will win an election, as opposed to what does the country really need. So we have all these little hodgepodge, little programs that are not relevant. What is relevant? I would rather see a very simple game plan of how you're going to make this country greater. For example, the conservative program, it's 160 pages. No one's going to read that, even conservatives. Why wouldn't you give us maybe 5 or 6 or 7 points of things you're going to do to make this, to build our country? We're in the post-development era now. All we do is regulate, tax, condemn, judge, instead of let's build a country and create jobs for my children and my children's children. And that's what we need, and a simple campaign. But it's really hard to tell between the two of them. I mean, the big argument, for example, is daycare. That's important. I understand it. Just deal with it and drive on. Whether you give them, make it $10 a day or give it tax relief, that's nonsense. That's dancing on the head of a pin. Come up with some real programs, something you get your teeth into, something you believe in, something Canadians can be inspired by. I don't see that in either party at the present time. So there is a sense of apathy that we really, one of the most scary lines I've ever heard is, countries get the governments they deserve, and look at what we've got.
Ooh, how about the markets?
Well, the markets will continue to roll on. Naturally, this is going to be a setback. We are going to see some geopolitical risk. Make no mistake, once America creates this vacuum and pulls back, you'll find China and Russia being more aggressive. You'll find terrorist groups saying, hey, we can beat these guys. So there's going to be some geopolitical turmoil for quite a period of time. But markets are still working on the basis of very, very low interest rates. But they seem to be wobbling around the top for the time being. So I think it's a time to sort of look around, see what profits you want to take, and what new positions in depressed areas might be opportunistic on a go-forward basis. So there's still opportunities in the market, but you're not going to have the low-hanging fruit of a market that's just roaring ahead, and no matter what you buy, you're going to make money on it. It's going to be a little bit different, a bit trickier. You got to use your brains.
Thanks for your insights, Tom.
Thank you.
And thank you all for watching. Bye for now.